Hey, Colabcoaching here yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. It is week 3 of the results series, and I'm so excited to get into week 3 because we're going to go a little bit deeper. Now, the question I have for you to propose to you is, when do I know it is time to give up? When do I know when it's time to give up? This is going to be maybe the most controversial video I create because of the fact that we are taught from childhood. And I mean, we're taught from childhood. Some of us are. Some of us may not have been, but majority of us, and most people I've talked to, have been taught that if you believe in something, you do not give up on it. If you believe in something, you do not give up on it. I'm here to say yes, maybe. Now, the maybe part comes in when you are giving so much effort into something. You believe in this thing. You first started off, you had so much hope for this thing. You put your all into it, and you're not getting the results. Now, someone may say that, oh, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep believing. But let's take a step back from that. Why are we putting so much effort into something that you're not getting any results in? Let's think about it this way. Sometimes we put in effort into a relationship, we put in effort into our goals because we feel like we're going to be fruitful at the end. Yes, I know right now I'm sowing, I'm going to reap in the future. Yes, I know that it doesn't look that good right now, but in the future it's going to look good. We're so focused on the future and planning for the future. But what about the present? Are you fulfilled at the moment? Do you feel like this is worth it? Do you feel like your effort is showing you an ounce? I mean, like, you have to have at least an ounce of purpose in what you're doing. If you feel like you're not there, if you feel like you're hopeless, if you feel like you're missing out on a better opportunity because you're so locked in on this one thing that you're trying to do, or this one person that you're trying to commit to, or this one situation that you're trying to focus on, and you're not having any type of purpose in it anymore, you're not feeling like you have any hope in it anymore, the routines that you created for yourself to make sure it looks good is no longer routines that you wake up and have happiness in. We have to reassess. We have to take a step back and think about, is this all in vain? Sometimes we don't know. We don't know that the actions that we take are in vain. We don't know the actions that we take is going to be exactly what we need for ourselves in the future. We don't know. But there are some things that we do know right now. And there's some things that you can figure out right now. First thing is that you can tell if you're moving in a good direction or you're moving in a positive direction or a negative direction. Positive direction, you're getting hope. You're getting excited. You're feeling the energy. You're feeling the joy in your heart when you're moving in the right direction. Say you or your significant other are communicating in the best ways right now, even though you may not be exactly where you feel like you both need to be, but you're communicating about something. Or in a goal, they're trying to reach just maybe a career or something that you may not have that position that you want, but people are starting to recognize the effort that you're putting into your current position to have hope that you can move forward and excel. These are some things that you can tell within yourself, and you can tell the opposite direction where you and your significant other do nothing but fight, and the fights are not even big fights. There are little fights that you guys keep creating. You guys are not communicating the right ways. You guys are maybe sleeping in separate beds. All these little things in the present that you know is not moving you in the forward, but moving you backward. And again, with the job, same thing. You are constantly being chastised by your boss, or your coworkers don't like you, or you're in an environment that's very toxic, either in a career or relationship, and you know that you're moving backward because this is not where you saw yourself being right now. We have to focus on the present. Yeah, the future is great. The future is great. It's limitless possibilities in the future, but in the present, how do you feel? Now, a lot of us, and we are taught that, oh, just focus on the future. Right now may suck. This may be the worst time of your life, but the future is going to look promising. We don't know that. We don't know the future is going to be promising. We don't know the future is going to be bright. We don't know that. We just believe that it's going to be exactly where we want it to be. But if you want your future to be exactly what you want it to be, and you know that it's going to take you to the positive direction, we have to look in the present. In the present, what efforts are you doing in the present? What actions are you taking in the present? What is your mindset in the present? How are you feeling in the present? What is surrounding you in the present? Because I tell you, if you're not focusing on this, if you're not reassessing on this daily, if you're not figuring this out, you are not going to get the results you need. And that's when people give up unconsciously. You're mentally checked out. You already stepped out from the situation. You stepped out the relationship already. Mentally, you already checked out. You're just doing it. You're just doing everything based on mental memory. Just like muscle memory, you're doing things on mental memory. You know you have to wake up in the morning and say good morning, and then you head out. Or you know that you have to get this job completed so you could do your timesheet. You're mentally checked out. We shouldn't live that way. You shouldn't live that way. You should live your life that way, because every day should have a purpose. Every day should somehow give you some type of fruit. Make you realize that this is a fruitful day. It may not always be your best day. It may not always be every single day in the moment. Every single moment in your day is not the best, but there should be something that you can lay back at night and think about it and say, hey, I got this accomplished. Or, hey, I did this and I felt this day was worth it. If you're feeling that way, that means it's time for you to give up. If you're feeling as if you are not getting that, what you need from that day, it's time to give up on what you're doing currently. Now, quitting, giving up, whatever you want to call it, it has such a negative connotation. It has such a negative response, like, oh, quitters never succeed. Oh, quitters are you're copping out. You're going the easy route. I'm not here to tell you to quit as your first option. What I am here to tell you is that quitting is an option. Giving up is an option. We try to negate the fact that that option is out there. Now, if you're in a relationship, because I'm a relationship coach, of course, if you're in a relationship and your relationship is toxic, you have to give up on it. You have to let go of it. Yes, we could hope and we could pray that that person changes. That person realizes the error of their ways. That person recognizes that you are worth everything in the world to that person, and they want to keep you, they want to be with you, they want to cherish you, they want to love you. That's awesome. But if you know that person, that your significant other is not doing that, and you are giving them everything you can, and they're not cherishing you, they're not showing appreciation, they're not showing you the love and the consideration that you need, give up on it. If you go back in the future, that person changes their ways in the future, then you decide that. But at this moment, you are giving unnecessary effort into something that you're not getting anything out of. It's like, put it this way, you are driving into a dead end, going nowhere, where you can easily go to a clear path. You don't know what the clear path is going to bring, of course, but you know what the dead end is going to bring. Nothing. Nothing at all. Now, this is a hard pill to swallow, because we're taught that I can't give up on a relationship. I can't give up on this. I'm not saying, as I said, I'm not saying the first option should be just to give up. I'm not saying your first option is to just quit. What I'm saying is that make sure all the other options are done, of course. But if you know your heart is not in it. If you know in your heart that this is not giving you purpose, if you know in your heart that this is no longer fruitful, and you don't see any type of way this is going to continue to be fruitful for you, and sometimes you have to be selfish, and it sounds selfish, but it has to be done because of the fact that we have to make sure that we are finding some type of purpose in our lives every day. We have to figure out how we can get the results that we need, because you do not want to be that person living 10 plus years in the same dead end, going in circles, going nowhere. Simple as that. So, who am I? I'm the Colab coach. I focus on relationships, but not only intimate relationships with your friends, families, neighbors, co-workers, and the most important relationship of all, with yourself. It's still July, doing the July special. One free coaching package with any coaching package you buy. Message me for more details. In the meantime, share this. with anyone you know that they're ready to just give up. They're ready to just let go of whatever they feel like they thought they had purpose in and they need help. I'm here to help them. Follow me on Facebook, Colab Coaching, Instagram, Colab Coaching. All my videos are on YouTube, Colab Coaching. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and be safe.